So keep your back straight and relax your body. And be comfortable with your posture and your right palm on your left. Gently close your eyes and bring your attention to this bell sound. So while you're focusing to the sound mentally, you can relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring your attention to your body, please. Scan head to toes yourself and recite mentally, may I be well and happy 3 times. Or you can recite Sopateva. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment, with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your body. So in the beginning, bring your attention to your whole body and observe your whole body as one. Just feel your whole body as one. Get a good feeling. Mentally, you can be aware your upper body, middle and lower. Bring your attention to the lower part of the body. Mentally observe, is there any tightness, heaviness? the way you keep your legs, any heat, contact with the cushion or the chair, and your lower back area. And upper back and shoulders. So mentally observe head to toes and find one of the strongest sensation of the tightness, heaviness, wherever in your body. And slowly bring attention to that place without naming or putting any identity, without interference. Just simply observe that sensation and see what you can experience. Again, observe head to toes and find another place. So wherever the strongest sensation, tightness, heaviness that you can recognize, get a mental note and observe it. Again, observe head to toes and find a different place wherever you feel any kind of sensation. And observe. Now bring your attention to your whole body and see, following your inhalation, exhalation, entire body moving up and down like a balloon, head to toes. Your whole body follow the rhythm of your inhalation, exhalation. So without interference, without making anything happen the way you want, just observe. It also called whole breath body. Don't have any effort to inhale or exhale. Just allow it to happen naturally. So each time you observe the movements of the body. See how the change, the sensation or the feelings change itself, followed by the inhalation or exhalation. Bring the awareness to your bodily feelings. See the change happening moment by moment, arising, existing, and disappearing. Any sensation in your body. So bring your attention to your body, please. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart. and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally recite after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart forward visualize yourself and send it as a light, and expand the capacity little by little as far as you can. To your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward, and upward. To all 6 directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy, without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance, or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion, reminding yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, as ordinary people in day-to-day life, we always like to keep planning ourselves regarding our future. And when it comes to planning, and even through the human civilizations, and people used to develop their ideas, concept, believing, and that as a part of development, they introduce planning. So even in conventional life, so in our conventional development, when you say developed countries, and one of the best things that they have very clear planning. And when they have the planning, that plans give the path to look forward. And that path, whoever follow, and they all going to reach to the same benefit. So far in our life, when it comes to planning and mapping, so the United States is the most advanced and successful country in this material world to develop the planning. So they have from footpath, dirt road to highways, and everything mapping. And the destinations accurate, very clear. So that is very important when we travel in our day-to-day life, because you can save your time, and you can plan very well. Why? Because you know the timing, destination, and the road to take yourself. So this kind of facilities brings to you, and it is bring many that the benefit to your life. And otherwise you may get into unnecessary difficulties. So at the same way, when it comes to the Dharma, so the Buddha gave the real mapping, how you can develop your spiritual path. And like from dirt road to highways or the freeways, from your bodily, verbally action to your conventional level of ordinary life, and to your spiritual level of life or the development, it very clearly shows you how you should work. So then it is very easy for you, more than any other time, to reach to your liberation. Only thing is, even though you have this all the facilities, it is up to you which path you want to take. What is the destination that you want to reach? So it is your choice. So then use this opportunity. Why? Because that everything that we experience as life, even though you don't see, it's moment by moment evaporate, losing, disappearing from us. So as you know, even in this physical body, day by day, in the very surface level, skin we lose, muscles we lose, bones we lose, hair we lose, teeth we lose, hearing we lose, eyesight we lose, mobility we lose, the balance we lose. And sometimes that all these properties we lose, vehicles, that all the asset we lose. We are in a way, even though we see kind of like we are in a way to gain things, we are in a journey losing things. And sometimes in this journey of losing, only option you have, not to lose your awareness. That is the only option you have. Remember that. Otherwise, if you take the path, it doesn't matter whatever the road you take. And that wherever you hold, if it is related with the material world, and always you're going to end up losing things. That losing is very dangerous. Why? Because finally, if you hold it to that kind of life, it not going to lose itself. When you attach to this world or even the material world, conventional life, when the things lose, it's not going to lose itself. It's going to lose holding your mind, and end of this, you losing your mind also. So that's why, and sometimes you losing your awareness. You're losing your understanding. It is just not the losing of your mind. It is that because it happened as a result of You hold it to something which always keep losing. That's why finally it affect for your mind. It affect for your awareness or the consciousness. So then you have to be urgently, diligently, consciously take the path which not allow your mind to lose. So that path is always, remember, developing your awareness, developing your understanding, which we call meditation, cultivation your profitable skills. So then in day-to-day life, remember you may enjoy things, but whatever you enjoy, that you, if you look very carefully, you come to an end. You eating, oh, it's okay. You know, then maybe you enjoy, oh, this is the best food I have. It's okay, you enjoy it. But have you ever thought you come to end? You dancing, it come to end. You go to party, it come to an end. Then after that, what happens? After that, after you enjoy this all the parties, you have to come back to your ordinary life. In that ordinary life yourself, you have to deal with your own mind. So then, always remember yourself. So whatever you interfere with, this conventional world, finally you have to look how profitable it is and how it going to bring the good result to you. That good result always not the moment of satisfaction or the happiness. How much it help you to gain the awareness, the recognition, understanding. So then you have to be disciplined yourself. If anything available for you to interfere, but at the same time that interference lose your awareness, be careful. That interference disturb your understanding, be careful. So then we have a habitual pattern from the samsara, from the journey that we came. We came with some kind of habits to clinging to, grasping to, losing things. And as a result of that, what happening? And chapter by chapter, life by life, moment by moment, and we losing deeply, unconsciously, we losing our awareness. So you can build it. But if you don't have the intention to build that, it automatically, naturally, itself not going to happen. So the practicing meditation is a method that you come to a point to develop that. In that path, when you take this path, and from Buddha to all the enlightened masters, that where they end with this enlightenment, you also going to experience that. So then the very first thing that you have to do, remember, unlearning, that is a skill. That whatever that in our mind, for a moment, personally yourself, spend time to unlearn. So the meditation is a method that in the basic level, the foundation start with unlearning. So that's why you come to the point to settle down with the primary mental object. So that primary mental object, not unseen, some kind of power or some kind of visualization. It is your own inhalation and exhalation. Or it is your own body. It is your own feelings. So when it comes to that, there is no doubt. There is no some kind of fear. Because your breathing, your body, your sensation, your thought itself you. So settling down with yourself is the most comfortable place for you. So that's why there's no fear, there's no gap to have unbalance when you settle down with that. So when you come to that point, you develop the mind to unlearn, because otherwise always mind interfere with something to grasping that even though we don't see it, it always have nature. Dreaming, grasping, thinking, projecting, visualizing, so kind of like that. So that all means you repeating, reviewing that all the things that you, it is kind of like a way of learning. So the art of unlearning means tranquility, come to the tranquility state. So that is very necessary in the beginning to develop your awareness. So when you have ability to unlearn, that you reduce the power of losing your awareness. If you don't have power to unlearn, remember, you are very easily lose your awareness. So to strengthen your awareness, remember one method is unlearning. And once you unlearn, then you develop another method to learn. So what you learn? That learning is not by thinking and understanding, or not by related to our perception, or not to the mental formations. So the desires or the cankers or the sanskara, we don't look for something inside to take from outside. We don't look from inside to take something from outside. You completely settle down and you with the very clear mind start to observe. So that is a different way of learning. So as example, it like this. Look, sometimes for a newly born, so let's take a newly born child. And newly born child, and little by little start to play with the toys. And maybe if you are a doctor, engineer, teacher, so whatever the subject you practice, you like, maybe you have the things around your house. And the child may be playing, it become the toys to that child. And then what happens? Little by little, child start to develop interest with that toys. And then one day you may ask from child, who you want to be? And the child suddenly says something. I want to be a teacher. Oh, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a, oh, whatever. And then you think, oh, wow. So that child already take the path from inside, that whatever the influence that come with the sanskara, that means the memory, and then start to feel that memory from outside. So it is a repetition of the mind. So if you really learn, you will never get tired about it. You will never hate what you keep doing. So remember that whatever the subject you used to keep doing, it doesn't matter that in a conventional life, how valuable it is, how people respect for that. Even you are a monk, even if you are a spiritually, high priest, you are a doctor, you are an engineer, you are a teacher, you name whatever. Look yourself. In case one day, if you get tired about whatever you keep doing, and if you think this is enough, that means you took that path as a result of repetition your sanskara. Why? Because the very nature of the sanskara, you lose it. You lose whatever the interest or the happiness or the success you gain. It's never going to fulfill. One day you feel this is enough for me. Even the monkhood, that in the conventional life it doesn't matter whatever, but as you know, we have 3 steps: good, bad, good and bad. And once you can have a lay life, you recognize this is bad, and then you maintain a very good life. And then after that, even if you want to be the best in the spiritual life, you can become a monk. So then you take that path. So in that conventional level, becoming a yogi, guru, or the monk, and you come to the very ascetic life. So that is a kind of like a spiritual success you gain in the material world. But still you can be tired. If it is come as a result of repetition of your thoughts. So maybe because you became somebody because of your parents, and maybe because of the society, maybe because of whatever the choice that you had at that very moment. So like that. So that's right. But when it comes to the learning, it is different. This spiritual learning is different. Unlearning means you release, you purify yourself from the sanskara or the cankers or from the repetition of your mind, mental formations, volitions. Just if you put these all things, memory. So where you can do that, come to the very tranquility state. So then you start to learn. So what is that learning means? Learning means not repeating whatever inside you and bringing things from outside to inside to fulfill that desire. That learning means you observe and recognize. That is a different learning. And you can put a name to that subject. And it is not very limited to any field. So whatever that you experience moment by moment, whatever the perception come to you, you develop a method without your past influence. You recognize that. Then every day that you become new. And then in a certain level, it will help you to recognize things as it is. So then whatever you see around you, you don't going to dominate, you're not going to control, you're not going to hold, you're not going to rule, you're not going to overtake anything or anybody. You start to understand how people behave and how the mind works and how things happen. So that bringing you some kind of wisdom or the understanding, and it help you to relearn. So what you relearn what you recognize. That is what called vipassana. So unlearning is the tranquility state, and learning is the method you develop in that tranquility state to see things as it is. And once you come to that level, there's an ability you come as a result of that experience without any interference from inside your own mind. You're able to recognize how things come to be as they are. When you're able to come to that level, you understand, you learn something which was not with you. It became brand new wisdom to you. That is the day you transform. Because with that, little by little, you change. If you don't change, remember, if anybody don't change out of what they learn, that learning doesn't work. So, because the mostly that what we holding, clinging and holding, and that losing method make us fearful, and then we clinging to something. We clinging to something and it lose. We clinging to something to cover up that losing. But this learning is not like that. When you take this path, you're not losing something. Why? Because you're not clinging to anything. And that is where you really recognize the power of the mind. And as a result of that, you gain your awareness, the clarity inside you day by day. Even you lose your muscles, you lose your eyesight, you lose your hearing, you lose your teeth, you lose your inner organs, lungs, kidney, liver, you lose your legs, arms, your awareness becomes sharper, and clear. That is what you need. Why? Because as I mentioned, we all know, this everything we lose. So then remember yourself. Even though we maintain with the respect and the gratitude to this all the material and physical world, finally you have to come to a point to develop a method, unlearn inside, and then completely put something new, rather than putting something on the top of that what you know. Completely new. The Buddha's knowledge, the Buddha's wisdom, the Buddha's teaching. And then once you come to that, you develop a method to relearn. That learning comes from yourself, but that is not related to your memory, your sanskara. And that is where day by day, you bring the happiness, the satisfaction to yourself. Last but not least, I'll give a very simple example. You know the frog living in the lake, see the lotus every day. And maybe from the lotus leaves, it see how the lotus come every day. They are very close, day and night. Frog live with the lotus. And it has a very close relationship. Even the lotus, before it come out of the water, the frog used to see that. But once the lotus come out of the water and blooming, the fragrance, the bee come and take it. The ultimate, the result of the lotus is the fragrance. Who can take it? Not the frog, but the bee. It invites for the bee. Bee take the honey, not the frog. So learning like this in this world, people go with many things in life. We learning, we invest our whole life to learn things. But look, end of that all, we losing everything. And unfortunately, what we learn finally sabotage us and bring the pain, unsatisfaction, and itself. It affect to lose our mind also. Just imagine what you learn. As a result of what you learn, if you lose your mind, how you can name it as a learning? So then it's kind of like we are frog in the lake, like blue with the lotus. Why? Because we never get the essence of the lotus. So be like a honeybee. And everywhere you came to this world, let the frog to be frog there. But be smart yourself to get the fragrance, get the honey out of the lotus. And then like that, when you come to in the Buddha's dispensation, when you take this path, even though we see many roads, from dirt road to highways, freeways, without spending any more time going here and there, in your mind, keep very clear, understanding which path you should take, what you want out of this whole life. And when you have that clarity, when you have that clear understanding, that will help you to which you should drop. That means unlearning. What you should not allow to come in and what you should drop, unlearning. And then that will help you to find what you should learn, and then you go with it. And then once you reach to that, it will help you to go beyond that and see how things come to be as they are. So that will bring your liberation, transformation, the ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi dīghāyuko bhavat. Ittavata ca amnihi sampadam punya sampadam. Sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.